Hello again, everybody. John Hemlock here, as usual, bringing you a first kill. This time it's Malkorok in Flex Mode raid. I think we had 23 people in the raid, so it's a very good raid we put together. And I'm going to give you the tank point of view on this fight. The first thing to look for is this is a regular, swap on X number of stacks, and in a genius move, they Blizz strayed away from the 1 or 3 theory and went to 12. So 12 is the number we're stacking on here, or we're swapping on here. And something strange happens on this first swap. And what happens is I taunt when Cerne gets to 12, and then she gets an immediate misdirect or something, and then the boss casts a spell, and so she's got a ton of vengeance running, and I do not, and he gets right back on her. So instead of only getting Cerne up to 12 stacks, we accidentally got her up to 18 there. And the bad part about that, I mean, it happens every now and then when we have inadvertent swaps. But on this fight, what's bad about it is he's able to knock her down to about half health there. And in this fight, she can't get that health back. She can't be healed back up because of the way that the barriers work. She's stuck there at half health, and she's lost 25% of basically her health pool because that was not a clean swap. So it's definitely threat sensitive. This guy gives you a ton of vengeance. Horadon in the last tier was the guy that always gave you big numbers of vengeance. I remember he'd always get me upwards of 100,000 extra attack power. Well, in this fight, he was giving me upwards of 150,000 attack power. So it's big numbers for the person that is currently tanking. And when you make swaps, you really need to be careful about not swapping again inadvertently just due to your big. So the next mechanic I'm going to talk about is the Blood Rage here. He's going to go into a Blood Rage, and the two things to remember about Blood Rage is number one, you may want to swap depending going into this Blood Rage. If someone still has stacks running, and the other person does not, then you definitely want to taunt and get it on a new tank, because the other tank will still take increased amounts of damage. So he's not going to stack Fatal Blow during Blood Rage, but if it's on someone when he goes into it, then the other tank wants to swap when their stacks have fallen off. And the second thing is cooldown usage. The big thing is you want to come out of Blood Rage with a full health bar, because when you come out of Blood Rage, that's when he's going to put the debuff on you that only lets you have a shield. So if you've only got 25% health coming out of it, that's all you're going to have for the rest of the fight. So coming out of Blood Rage, if you're tanking, that's a good time for your cooldowns. That's a really good time with a few seconds left to use your absorbs. A great time to use your health stones, what have you, to make sure that when you come out of that Blood Rage, you've got a full health bar. And I think I came out of it pretty good there. And so the other big thing with tanks here is the positioning. You can see he's doing that arcing smash, that conal effect that will kill people. It probably won't kill a tank, but it'll probably take your shield down to nothing. What I try to do is when he does that first arcing smash, get at least 90 degrees away from where it was. So the first one's on the triangle, we get at least 90 degrees away. And then the next one he does there is completely opposite on the red X. And so all I'm trying to do is keep my back to the safe marker, which at this point in time is the blue square, as far as I'm concerned. If he throws one on the blue square, I've got to go across the room. But if you always keep your back to that safe point, then the raid knows where to stack if they've got to come in. It really is imperative to not get caught in that Blood of Usarge. So, and Honesty did a great job of calling them out on this fight, talking about where they were all the time. So it was pretty easy. He was calling out where the bad things were. So just rotate around this guy and keep your back to a safe spot, and you're going to be okay. And so last, I'll give a shout out to the healers here. This is a fight where not only do they have to relearn how to look at their heal bars, but they also have to soak up the puddles, because soaking the puddles is the thing that in every case wipes the raid. So they did a great job here. And I guess last of all, um, everybody should go get their coins or whatever, and they should roll on loot here because we got 14 pieces of loot off of this guy with 23 people in the raid, and 6 of them came off bonus rolls. So use your bonus rolls wisely.